what is your ideal customer's dream in light of what I've shared with you guys?
I can take that.
Who was that? Was that Steven?
Yeah, Steven. My customer's dream is that they've been coaching or consulting for a long, long time, making barely, making ends meet. They have an okay business, but now they want to up their game and have a $10,000 course, whether it's a coaching or consulting. And, just the logical next step of, hey, right now I'm making, 5 figures. I want to get it to 6 figures plus.
Gotcha. So they've got a monetary goal. Do you think there's any dream related to the status that comes with that? Is it financial gain primarily?
I think it's a combination of financial gain and also being able to help more people, quality versus quantity. So by offering a higher ticket program, they can put less people in there. That means they give them more attention and, in theory, help them reach whatever goal they want to get to faster. So the coach makes more money, the client gets more attention, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. What about when you think about you got the financials, you've got the status. Do you think they're driven by freedom, flexibility of time?
Yeah, I mean, the goal for most practitioners, whether it's a coach or whatever, is to, because when you're doing one-on-one work, there's a ceiling to that.
Right. There's only so many hours that you can work.
There's only so many hours that so there's only so many hours. So that either you raise your rates, or that's the only way to make more money is you raise your rates. But then how far up can you raise them? Whereas if you're doing a group program or you're doing, a high ticket program where you get more people in at a higher cost, at a higher price, that reduces the amount of time that you physically have to spend servicing these clients. And therefore you can scale your business.
Right. So, something to consider is, as you do get these either higher, programs, is can you help your client organize themselves so that, they work kind of in batches? They work really hard for like 8-month stretches, and then they get a timeout. It's almost like they schedule a vacation once a quarter. Because for a lot of these people, it could be that what they want is, hey, I just want to be able to take some time off because I can't today.
Yeah, it's interesting what you mentioned earlier about some of these courses being overwhelming. So I don't know if you're familiar with Justin Livingston and Callan Rush.
The names sound familiar, but I'm not.
They basically teach you how to fill your workshops and also how to create. They call it the optimized webinar sequence. So if you go through the optimized webinar sequence course, it's like, I don't even know how many modules. It's overwhelming going. I went through half the course and I wanted to shoot myself. There's just so much to it.
Well, and let me ask you, did you get results from it?
Well, the reason I took the course was actually a client gave me access to the course and she wanted me to build her funnel that way. She ended up quitting the business, so that never materialized. But what I realized is it's so much work just to get, because it's a webinar along with if you're familiar with the product launch formula, your PLC 1, 2, 3, and setting and creating your emails and doing all this stuff. And it's sort of a do-it-yourself thing. And what I came to realize is that very few people who take that course actually do it because they want to do it themselves. Rather, hey, go hire a copywriter, do all the copy for the for the script and for the landing pages and all the web pages, right? Go get yourself a web developer that understands marketing. Not that's just a web developer. That's a huge thing. People, I'm gonna go get some guy from the Philippines, charge me $6 an hour.
Right. So a course that gave you the how to hire a copywriter, how to get a web developer, as opposed to let me give you 100 things you can do yourself, might get better reviews from their users.
And that's part of developing this thing, is how do I make this easy where the person doesn't have to like go through all these modules and do all this stuff. So yeah, thank you for that.
Cool.
Yeah, that will help is say, hey guys, from the get-go, set the frame is like, hey, don't do this yourself.
Right.
Right.